with this? Who invited Malice here? Powerbomb into the barbed wire. In my mind, Malice is a corporate hero.
Is this thing on, Guthrie? Is this thing on? Does this work now?
Oh, yes, I am working. Everything's back in queue, and what a matchup here!
I think we've got our technical difficulties sorted out.
Here we go, the Dragon of the Pacific, Hawaii's own Solomon Tupu.
Product of the Black and Brave Academy. Real badass looking dude.
He is a badass. Absolutely. I have had the privilege of doing some business with this young man. Once we combined forces to ride together in a car from this area of the country all the way to Atlantic City, New Jersey. Great taste in music. He's a bad motherfucker, that's for sure.
And he's going to be taking on a guy who impressed a couple months ago in his Madhouse Wrestling debut, Kody Lane, everybody.
Yeah, Kody Lane, this should be a hell of a match. A first-time battle for these two. Beautiful strains of Dolly Parton herself coming through with her tremendous rendition of House of the Rising Sun.
We were very impressed with Kody Lane a couple months ago. He's been traveling all over the country. He's been doing his thing. Very successful, very talented.
The Southern Flamingo, Kody Lane, proud of his Oklahoman heritage. He's got a tall task, a big task ahead of him here, and a whole house of a man, Solomon Tupu. The big Hawaiian, a lot of Samoan heritage. This should be a hard-hitting affair. If I get an opportunity, Tupu has got such a fascinating backstory, but we'll see how the action holds up as we get an opportunity to even tell that story here, because these guys are going to be telling a lot of stories with their fists in their faces here tonight.
Ring the bell!
Here we go, match number 5 of 7 on this card. What a night we've already had here, Hollinger.
Crazy night so far, and we got a couple of big matches coming up after this. We've got Lars Metzger taking on Badger Briggs, and we've got the Whiskey Dicks, our faithful owner Malice and Justin Decent taking on Chillaleo for the tag team
title. That should be a wild brawl. As Colorado Wataya went as expected here, as Tupu just drove him 8 feet across to the corner.
Yeah, I don't know that Cody's going to be able to use any kind of a strength advantage in this match. He seems easily overmatched by Solomon Tupu.
Well, and I think he knows that. He's a smart veteran of the game. It's all part of a feeling out process. I assume he had to know strategically going in this could have happened. As Kody Lane, this is a guy, he's a veteran of the game, and I'm going to say, like, coming into 2023, this guy might be the breakout indie guy of the year in 2023, because this guy, every week, wrestling 3 or 4 times a week against big-time names in professional wrestling.
Absolutely. Kody Lane, well-traveled.
Tremendously well-traveled, and he seems to thrive on the fatigue that comes with that. As we have him really having a tough time with Tupu here, and I wonder if he's actually just trying to lure him in here, playing a chess game of sorts.
Well, maybe.
Sometimes you got to move the rook and the bishop to lure in the queen.
And Kody Lane, no small man himself.
Oh, there you go! Basement drop kick. Oh, Tupu tried to get to his feet. Got met feet to the face there. And look at this, just like that, the momentum as Lane. Oh, Tupu backed up, felt nothing from that chop. Lane immediately hit him with the pump kick. Irish
staying on top of him.
reversal. What a reversal here. Up and over goes Lane. Hits the ropes hard. Tupu meets him with a shoulder block.
You're not going to knock Solomon Tupu off his feet like that. I don't know that it was in Kody Lane's best interest to try and challenge him with a shoulder block. Tupu telling him what he thinks about that.
Yeah, not a friendly dude whatsoever. He's here to make a lot of money. Went for a big fireman's carry type move into Uranagi, perhaps. No. Lane fights up that pointy elbow.
Oh, wow, huge Vader attack.
Buddy.
Running into a brick wall.
And before that, Lane knows how to use his interesting frame. He does have a unique frame for wrestling, but the fact of the matter is his elbow's pointier than the average elbow, and he was using that to pretty good effect momentarily, but it was Vader time indeed, and now we get some
is
VIP
that a fact
experience
about Kody
here.
Lane? Have you've measured his elbows and
Yeah,
you've measured
the
other
guys,
athletes' elbows?
Of course. I'm a man of measurement. I am a doctor. I'm a scientist of wrestling. I'm a lawyer.
I'm gonna have to take a look at your notes later and see who's in the top of the sharp elbow ranking. Right now, Kody Lane regretting not being able to use those sharp elbows to block his fall.
Back suplex to the apron. Some people like to claim it's the hardest part of the ring, Hollinger. I don't know if you've heard that before.
I've heard that before, but I would argue the ring post is probably a little bit harder.
You know, I'm not going to disagree, but that's neither here nor there, because right now Kody Lane's just trying to get a breath here.
I think the hardest part of the ring right now might be Solomon Tupu.
I think that is a very, very fair assessment. Kick to the midsection, the ultimate equalizer. No, it doesn't work here for Kody Lane. Coco, it's the ropes. Corner hard buckle.
I looked like the ring shifted a couple inches with that one.
Now you see the power of Solomon Tupu here. He's such an angry guy. It's so interesting because you wouldn't expect such anger from him. He was raised in a very religious home in Hawaii. And in fact, he watched a documentary in 2012 about the actor Dwayne Johnson, and he learned from that Dwayne Johnson was involved with professional wrestling known as The Rock. Isn't that interesting?
You're telling me Dwayne Johnson was The Rock?
He is The Rock.
Okay.
You know this? So
I did not realize that.
So
I've seen him in
Solomon
several movies.
Tupu, as a teen, not a wrestling fan, wasn't really allowed in his home growing up. Was familiar with Dwayne Johnson and his Samoan heritage as an actor, big fan of his, and then discovered that he was indeed a wrestler instead of the other way around, and became a huge fan of watching The Rock and CM Punk battle each other at that time in the WWE.
A big old pump kick from Kody Lane there knocks the Hawaiian back.
Absolutely. Into the Samoan drop. Good grief. Anyway, Tupu loved the game so much he got invested in watching the past footage on WWE Network. Graduated school, decided he wanted to become a professional wrestler, and learned that one of his favorites, Seth Rollins, had a training school in Davenport, Iowa. So he packed up, moved to a place he'd never been in his life to pursue his dream. Now he's doing a hell of a job. Yeah, it's working out very well.
Absolutely, he's got size. He's got aggressiveness. He's got a good look. I think Solomon Tupu could be a force in the professional wrestling industry over the next several years.
And he's made an impact already. A former New Wave Pro heavyweight champion over in Indiana, very respected promotion.
Made a hell of an impact on Kody Lane's skull right there, crushing it against the turnbuckle.
Now, Kody Lane is an athlete I like a lot. I like his style. We can trade clothing. He hasn't taken me up on my offer for that yet. I don't know if he thinks his fashion's better than mine.
He does seem like the ideal yacht club candidate.
Oh, absolutely. And he's a very smart competitor. But in this situation, Hollinger, what can Kody Lane do to minimize what's happening here?
He's got to stick and move.
There you go. There's a move. What a creative move that was.
Yeah, he's a large athlete himself, but he needs to use that speed advantage that he's got over Tupu and try and stay out of the way.
Oh, man. Big!
Right now, he's not doing much in the way of staying out of the way.
Oh, wow. What a combination there. He threw him so hard that Kody Lane hit the mat with such impact, he bounced to his feet and then got nailed with a clothesline.
Yeah, you got to wonder if he'd gotten a better cover on him. If he'd hooked the legs a little tighter, would he have the win here?
That's like if he got hit by a motorcycle and then immediately hit by a train upon getting up. That was wild. Smart move on the part of Tupu here. Look at the size of his bicep. Now, what do you think he's working with there? That's a tight squeeze, and he drags him down. Kody Lane tried to good call there by Joey Jojo, our referee.
Crowd trying to get behind Kody Lane and get him a little momentum to squeeze out of this, and it might be working here.
I haven't spent a lot of time in this part of the state in my wrestling travels. He absolutely looks like the type of guy the populace here would relate to.
Tupu goes back to that choke.
Jawjacker.
Gets his jaw broken.
And here's the thing. It is noted, generally Samoan-based wrestlers, harder in the head. If you're going to hit them anywhere in the head, it's underneath the chin. It's the soft spot.
The soft spot on their skull is underneath the chin. More science from
whoa! Into the senton. I thought that was just a known fact. Known wrestling fact now.
Kody Lane with that big senton, it may have taken just as much out of him as it did Solomon Tupu. He's slow to get up here.
Well, here
may have knocked the wind out of him.
He's taken enough damage that any offensive maneuver he busts out, he's going to need some recovery time. So he's got to hit. You're right. He's got to hit these stick and move, high impact moves. Even give himself a chance here.
Yeah, you don't.
Kody Lane's no slouch.
You don't want to stay on and fight inside with Solomon Tupu.
This guy's got a hell of a weekend ahead of him. He's facing Dylan McQueen tomorrow, Black Label Pro. He's got Brian Kendrick on Sunday for Circle 6 rep. He wrestles like a guy that idolized Spanky growing up. Here we go. Yeah, we saw him spike Matty Starr with this maneuver if he's going for it. This is a big man to get with that driver. Into a hurrah with a snap. Gets Tupu out of the ring. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What a pump kick. What a
I don't think I've ever seen that before. He just hit him with a pump kick while he's standing on the floor.
And how smart is that? Because I think... Oh, up and over. Drives him down with the senton. Oh, shoulder up.
I nearly rang the bell there, Guthrie. I thought he had him with that.
What a series of moves there by Lane. And I love that pump kick to the outside because I think Tupu even was trying to scout the dive in advance.
I'm sure he was trying to.
You can't dive out of the way if you're getting kicked right in the face.
You're not going to catch a flying boot like that.
Oh, he's got the hair in a bun.
Business
has picked up. You're trying to spike him with that drive. If you've not seen it, folks, it's almost a cross of a pedigree and a pal driver in one move. It is incredible.
It's going to take a lot to get Solomon Tupu up for something like
Absolutely. Oh, there you go. Solomon Tupu. He tried to hit him forehead first into the buckle. That's not going to work. Oh, that's going to work, though. One thing I like, and this is a dedicated game plan move, I'm sure, is every time Kody Lane hits him with a strike and he blocks it or shrugs it off, he kicks him in the face.
Yeah, I don't think Solomon Tupu is intimidated by having his head into the corner.
He's got him up here. Oh, what a move there. Oh,
just a 2 count.
Wow. He muscled him up like nothing.
Like a sack of potatoes. And
Kody Lane was dead weight. And then Tupu flung him around 2 ways into a big, almost a face crusher type move. I don't even know what to call that, Hollinger.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
That particular style of face first drop has gone by so many names over the years of professional wrestling.
Well, what's he got planned here? He's going up to the middle rope. Is he dragging Kody into the ring with him? Could we see a superplex?
Certainly almost Brian Cage-esque style superplex here, where he's just going to muscle him off the apron. Uh-oh!
Kody Lane going back to the headbutt. Yeah. Bad strategy by Kody.
Tupu, that's how you use the ring to your advantage. Tupu in a bad position there. Kody Lane with a power bomb into a crowd driver.
God.
Spiked the man.
Solomon Tupu could be dead.
He got him right on the top of the head with the pile driver. And shout out to Kody Lane, the well-traveled, well-trained vet. He tried to hit that underhook driver, wasn't working. Went with the traditional pile driver, that pulled it off. There's a reason for 75 plus years the pile driver has been one of the ultimate moves in professional wrestling, folks. What a matchup there.